Alright, are you guys aware of what happened? Are you guys aware of what happened in Discord? There's a lot of players to discuss about it. If you guys are on my Discord, you should already know what we're gonna talk about. How this might impact you. Alright, so if you guys are not from Indonesia, don't worry. This won't impact you yet. This won't impact you just yet. But this is quite huge actually. I do think everyone should talk about this, whether or not you're in Indonesia or not. So Indonesia, if you guys are not aware, is a country in Southeast Asia, right? So today, a lot of players woke up. Guess what happened? They found out that Steam, Epic Games, PayPal is banned in Indonesia. So this is actually kind of surprising, right? So a lot of people, I know a lot of my viewers are from Indonesia because whenever I check in my YouTube analytics, my top 3 are usually US, Indonesia, and I think Philippines. Those are like my top 3 viewers that watch my content. So this is going to impact a lot of people. But here's the thing, right? So far they've been mentioning, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Today, a lot of gaming platforms, so Steam and Epic Games now have been banned in Indonesia, right? So according to whatever, you can still somewhat bypass using DNS or VPN, right? You can still somewhat use this to somewhat bypass it, but a lot of it, I think including YouTube, soon will be banned as well. That's what I've been told, which is pretty crazy. Now, I'm not sure what the exact reason is, right? The reason is why it's more important. Because ideally when these things happen, you gotta know what's the thing behind it. The thing is, based on what I can find, this one is the most recent one. There's a new regulation under Indonesia's Ministry of Communication and Information Technology in November 2020. Social media and internet platforms, including Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, all of these websites, you are required to give your user data and comply with the government content. So basically, the government wants the user data. Like every single citizen that's in Indonesia, they want to see which website you go to individually. So there's no freedom anymore, right? There's no freedom anymore. Think about it this way, right? Now, if you're not in Indonesia, you might think, okay, who cares? This is not in my country. If Indonesia gets away with this will trickle down and happen to other countries as well. Because all governments want control. Every government wants control. Whether you like it or not, look at China. There's a reason why China is insane. China supreme, all right? So if Indonesia can get away with this, it's just going to be a matter of time before this happens to your country as well. Like especially if you're in Southeast Asia, right? You're going to see slowly this might happen to other countries. But yeah, it's quite insane, right? That all these big websites are being banned. I heard that Steam ban is quite huge. A lot of players that own Steam account, they buy a lot of games from Steam. Now suddenly you can't play a lot of games anymore. Although you can still bypass it if you use VPN, but things are going to be harder. Things are going to be harder. And I don't know, this is quite troublesome. And if any of you are from Indonesia, probably you might be aware of this. Maybe not, maybe because you use VPN anyways. But I feel like I don't know. There'll be a lot of people's livelihood which are tied to these sites. Now they are jobless. True, that will also be affected, which is kind of cringe, right? Think about this, right? A lot of VTubers, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, there are some VTubers, Hololive Indonesia. I heard they are going to get affected as well because they use YouTube and stuff, and yeah, it's going to get affected. So the moment government messed up with things like this, a lot of our contents and how we consume contents are going to be different suddenly. Now things are going to be much more difficult, much more complicated. Yes, some of you guys might know how to use VPN to bypass things like this, pass it around, but some people might not, right? Your Steam is working fine and others too. I'm not sure. Here it says Steam and Epic Games have now been banned in Indonesia. Maybe you are using a VPN, or maybe you are using some other stuff, It happened in India but later was removed. These kind of things are never good, I feel like. It's quite worrisome because if other countries' government sees that Indonesia can get away with it. So they will think to themselves, okay, why don't we do this in our country too, right? Next, maybe Singapore, maybe Philippines, maybe Vietnam. You never know. And every country will start doing it. And it will be like, hopefully at least, I don't hope that, bad things happen, but I just hope that at least the government will reconsider these sort of things. Not all ISP are blocking said gaming platforms. Will Indonesia get its own version of YouTube though? Like state-regulated media platform? Just curious. I have no idea. I have no idea if that's going to be a thing. But yeah, they just want the user data basically, and they want most companies to comply. I don't think companies can do much. People might revolt if they don't reconsider this. Will people revolt though? Because I feel like the number of people that are affected by this are mostly just the young people. The old people don't really care. And it's like a very small age gap that are affected by this. So I don't know. If you're using an ISP that doesn't confirm to be blocked sites, then it's fine. It's pretty huge. Everyone is talking about it. I heard a lot of people told me that they own number of games in Steam, and apparently, right, they don't own it anymore. Now it's blocked. It's harder for you to be able to access. And you can see right now there's a lot of new news, right? For example, like internet freedom in Indonesia is teetering on razor's edge. What's next for social media in Indonesia? Indonesia prepping strict new rules for online platforms. Report. But a lot of Indonesian news coming out. Pretty insane. And I'm just here enjoying my GB games every day. Then I'm like, wow. Is it actually banned, or are they pushing to ban it? They already banned a lot. They are looking to ban PayPal next. Which is, can be a big issue depending on where or how you buy your things online. No more 2D big TDs. PayPal is already banned. What is not banned yet? Okay, here is where it contradicts to what I'm going to talk about, which is Counter-Strike, right? Counter-Strike is supposed to release Steam version, and I think a lot of people won't be able to play it on Steam because Steam is banned, right? If you are from Indonesia. So that sucks. So if you are from Indonesia, there's rumors that I don't think they will ever block Google Play though. That doesn't make sense. If they block Google Play, that would be cringe. Imagine Indonesia block Google Play, so you can only use iOS. Dang, that's insane, right? That is insane. Block Google Play, so you are forced to be an iOS. Yeah, apparently they just have to comply with the data. The government just wants the user data.
I don't wanna see you. I don't wanna hear you tonight. I don't wanna fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright. I don't wanna just forgive you. I just